Hey everybody, this is Panthers fan 40 coming to you. Today I am responding to a response contest for 10 p.m. 1,000 subscribers giveaway. Um, he had 10 questions that he asked us to answer, and I'm going to try my best to answer them. But first, let me say congratulations 10 p.m. on getting your 1,000 subscribers. Your videos are great, and you deserve it. Keep it up. For those of you who don't know who he is and haven't checked him out yet, go check him out. He's a real cool guy and likes to have subscription box wars and stuff, which is always entertaining. So go check him out and everything. That way you can get a heads up on what he's doing and stuff like that, and keep this story going. Um, so the first question he asked was, "How'd you get your username?" Well, I'm a Panthers fan. Always have been, probably always will be, as long as I like football. I was going to think about using my real name, which was the case when I first started, but then I didn't like my name being on the internet. So I kind of just changed it to being a Panthers fan and added the number 40 to the back of it. So it just became Panthers fan 40. Then he asked what was our favorite drink. For me, it's not so much of going out and buying a drink at a store. It's pretty much at a restaurant. I usually always go to McDonald's 3, 4, 5 times a day to get sweet tea. So this is like the number one drink. I always had people make fun of me at work and stuff because I always had a sweet tea near me or something like that, and that's usually the case. I usually get up in the morning and I got sweet teas throughout the day while I'm at work. And even at nighttime when I go to bed and stuff, there's usually a sweet tea next to my bed just in case I wake up. So, but things are pretty good. They're pretty good. So I could probably own stock in as much as I buy them, but who knows? Maybe one day they'll give me a year's worth of free tea. I can only wish. Anyway, the next question was, what kind of sets and stuff like that do you like? I never really had a favorite set to collect. I usually just go into the store, and if I see one that catches my eye, I usually grab it. Here lately, I lean more towards the prisms and the draft picks and the contenders and stuff like that. And the chrome, they seem to be better looking cars. They're shiny, got that nice gloss look, that rainbow prism color, stuff like that, refractors type stuff. They seem to look the coolest. So those are usually the ones I tend to go towards now. But I have all kinds of cars. So I have the dull looking ones from the 60s through to the 80s and 90s, all the way up into the refractors now and stuff like that. But other than that, who knows? Next question was sports team. Well, as you can see, my favorite sports team is the Panthers. No, I'm not a bandwagon jumper. I actually been following this team since '95, and they're my favorite team. They're a hometown team. They're pretty much where I was raised and born at, so I kind of lean towards them. I do follow the Ravens, but only because it's a local team and pretty much the only games I seem to get on TV between the Eagles and a couple other ones. But the Ravens are more local, so I tend to follow them. But Panthers are my number one team. Ravens are. I always say that the Panthers are my NFC team and all around team, and the Ravens are my second team and my AFC team. But if they ever have to face each other, it's always the Panthers. Um, I do follow the Falcons, but that's only because my wife is a Falcons fan and her whole family is from Georgia, and so they're big time Falcons fans. So it's like a big Sunday rivalry with me, and so I do watch them just to see how they're doing. And depending on who they're playing and where the standings are in the division, depends on whether I root for them or go against them. But usually gets me in trouble with my wife either way. So, but it's an interesting Sundays in my household during football season because it all depends on bragging rights. So now the next question was favorite PC and maybe favorite PC in the future. Right now I collect mainly Ravens, Panthers, team cards. I haven't really started collecting any PCs for baseball. My son collects Orioles, so I might start trying to, collect Orioles for him. But we'll see. I haven't decided on it yet or not. Orioles are one of my favorite baseball teams. Probably the only team I like. So we'll see. I'll probably start collecting them. Favorite movie? I actually had two. It's always been Field of Dreams and um, A League of Their Own. Those are probably the best two movies I've ever seen, and of course I watch a lot of sports movies and stuff like that. So those are my favorite movies: is Field of Dreams and A League of Their Own. Um, movies. I mean, not movies. My favorite food: pizza, chicken tenders, anything finger foods, because I really don't sit down a lot to eat. So usually when I do eat, it's usually I grab something quick and get back to what I'm doing. Um, because I'm always busy making projects for people and doing my woodwork and stuff. So I'm usually always busy. So it's usually like a finger quick snack. Once in a while I'll sit down to eat, especially if the kids are home and they all want to sit down. But usually it's pizza or chicken tenders is my favorite. Um, my current player or my former player, um, I had a really big thing for Mark McGwire when I was younger because I grew up with him, watching him from the time he was a rookie all the way until he retired. Um, so I pretty much leaned towards him. Um, wasn't really into football back then, so I really didn't have a favorite football player. I was into basketball then. I don't know why I'm not now. I think it's because the players just don't interest me. But back then, I was always a Larry Bird Jordan fan. Um, Nowadays, my current players are Cam Newton and Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis. So, pretty much anybody on the Panthers team I follow. But, I mean, if I had to choose one or two, it would probably be Newton and Luke Kuechly. What would make the hobby better? Lowering the prices on some of these packs of cards. I mean, I know hobby cards, you have better chance at hits and packs and stuff like that. And so you go pay, bigger price for them. But they're kind of harder for some people to get. Like for me, I don't have a local shop around here. I don't even have one within a 4 or 5 hour ride. So I don't go to shops much. Most of my cards come from subscription boxes, retail, Walmart, Target, stuff like that. So who knows, and even the retail packs are crazy. I think I paid almost $7 the other day for 2 packs of cards that had maybe 10 cards total, which is crazy. I mean, back when I was younger, I could get 50 cards for 25 cents. They weren't worth much back then, which is probably why they're not worth not much now. But they were cards. They supported my hobby, kept me going. What kind of hobby box would I like? I don't know what kinds are out there, so I really don't know. I'm probably just leave that up to you and let you figure it out. I mean, if I had my choice about it, I just, get a couple, build your own boombox or a couple subscriptions to the Card Crate or something like that. Those are really the only two I pay attention to. So every once in a while I'll order Loot Crate, but I don't really order them that much unless I have the money to. Usually Boombox or Card Crate. But other than that, pretty much, I mean, if you're going to order hobby boxes, I'll let you choose that. Other than that, you know, for those of you who don't know TPM, go check him out. He's a real cool guy. Does some great videos. Love watching his subscription box wars and that, you know, pink starburst that he rubs on top of both cases to get good look out of them. But he has some really nice pool. I think a while back, or a couple weeks back, or last month or something, he had a one-of-one Carlson Wentz or somebody, but which was pretty good. But go check him out and see and subscribe, and you know, look at all his videos and stuff. And as always, check my videos out, subscribe, and that way, you know, I can start getting some stuff away too. You know, join these other guys going giveaways. I'm going to try to, if I get to 50, then I'll probably do a giveaway at 50, and then, you know, 100, and so on, like that. But, first I got to get up there. I think I'm only at like 13 right now. But I'm building, getting up there. So, everybody, pass this along, subscribe, stuff like that. Leave comments. I always look for advice, and let's keep this thing, community, going and growing and getting bigger and helping each other out. And you guys have a great, safe day, and stay out of trouble, and keep cracking those packs. I'm out.